a Let's Cook Opinion News is a opinion news that communicate with everyone that comes by and visit her in the neighborhood. Friends, neighbors, family, they come by and they gossip. Some of it is he say, she say, and some of it is factual news, what they watch on television. A lot of them are upset about what's going on today, and they're not too happy. And I don't blame them because a lot of things are going on about prices and rental situations, like your rent being too high, gasoline, medical. Yes, medical is a big deal. Everything has to do with the economy. And the man that's in office, that's in head of office, that's not, they're not his friend in my community. They don't like Trump. They hate him. They really do. Because a lot of things are messing up. And his morals of how they believe, what they believe in, is not like theirs. My community where I live at is people that are churchy and some are not, but they don't like people that don't abide by the rule of God and religion. But also, you got some that don't believe in God, but they do believe in respect of people and humanity. Well, today I got something I wanted to show you other than talking about that right now, which I will a little bit later, but it's a recipe here. And it was Maggie's recipe. She had a spam spaghetti salad that she wanted me to cook. And I did pretty good with it until the end. Right now, you're looking at the spam and the spaghetti and the ingredients. I think it was rosemary and some black pepper there. I had some herbs that you seen earlier. This is the display of what we're going to do here. And there it is. The eggs, the tomatoes, the bell pepper, the... Let me see what else we got there. Okay, here we go. We have the avocado, onions, that's white onions, Italian dressing, and the grated cheese. Now, what makes this recipe funny is that I had the wrong grated cheese. The Parmesan cheese you see there is a topping. It wasn't a grated one, and I thought it was. I didn't recognize it until after I did the video. But I did indicate it inside my description to let them know that it wasn't the right cheese that I wanted to display out there. I thought I grabbed the right one until later I recognized it was the topping, the grated topping. But it came out okay. It still had the same taste, but it would have been better if I had that grated one. You know, that one that has the crunch to it. I like the fresh grated one. And it's a little bit more expensive, but I like it. And those are the boiled eggs you see there. 2 of them I see, yeah. And I think I had some lemon pepper I noticed a moment ago. And we getting ready to show you another thing that's interesting about this recipe. And it's coming up. It's the spam. That's what I forgot to tell you guys. Spam. Spam is a way you can cook it, and Maggie told me how to cook it, that it won't make you sick. She turned around and told me to get some water, put the spam in the water, and let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. Not that long, about 3 minutes, she said. Get some of that salt out of it because she wants the flavor, but she don't want all that salt. So she told me to do that. And also I put the egg. You see it on the side there? It's boiling, so I think it's about ready to come out. And I had the eggs boiling while I was doing the recipe here with the spam. And I mean to tell you guys, that was the trick. It took that salt, that heavy salt out of that Spam. And I'm gonna do it more often because I like Spam, but I didn't too much care for it because it was too salty. Here we go. Here's the noodles. I got those noodles in, and you see the eggs inside. Hey guys, it's good calcium. You see how that both came together, with those eggs and that water. And there we go. We got the water boiling with the noodles. Pretty soon they should be coming out. Yeah. And then water boiling that Spam. Hi, I must tell you that this recipe made her angry when she saw it because I left out a main ingredient. And I thought I was remembering everything she was telling me to do. I really did. I didn't know that I left out something until she told me. Yeah. Oh, there it is. That's the lemon juice to go with it. I must have added that in a little bit later. But anyway, there's the spaghetti. What else we got here, my friends, that I need to see? Oh, we got the margarine inside. You can use butter, but I prefer margarine because margarine is corn oil. Doesn't have salt in it. A little salt, but it's not like butter. Butter is very heavy. It tilted off the off the stove, but I put it back on. That was really weird. But anyhow, there's the Spam. It's being toasted the way she told me to do it. Everything, when it come down to the recipe, people that gives me, I try to follow the instructions. And I don't have sometime a pencil or a pen to write it down. I be trying to go with memory of what someone had told me. Sometimes it's inside of a grocery store. It could be at their house and they don't have a pen right at the moment. And I'm trying to struggle and remember how to do the recipe. But I do get the main ingredients, and that's the herbs. I try to remember the herbs on what they use. And that was one of them. She said the rosemary. She said, put that rosemary in there, Regina. Yeah, you got to have the rosemary. And she's a senior like myself, so we all are going out trying to put out recipes for you guys to have, for you guys to share it with your friends. When we leave here, you guys can put it in your restaurant, serve it to your family, friends, and brag about it. Improve it too. There's nothing wrong with a little improvement when it comes down to recipes. Although a lot of people say, don't change my recipe. But they don't know sometimes when you change it a little bit, it tastes better. And my mom didn't mind me turning around and making it better for my family to enjoy it. But I will keep her original style. That doesn't change. But most of the time, I don't have to change it. It's good. You don't need to change it. And I respect people's recipes. So when they come to me, they say, could you put the recipe out there? I say, yes, I will. But if it's too fatty, and I know it's too fatty, I have to do some changes in order to cook it for my channel, because my channel is a channel that is healthy eating. And my channel that I'm referring to is the AA Cowgirl Gina's healthy soul food healthy recipes. AA Cowgirl Gina's soul food healthy recipes. If you go on there, you'll see all my healthy ingredients, recipes that I cook for you guys. And please join and like and subscribe. I appreciate it, because that's a build up type channel too. Both of these channels are build up. So it takes a while. I don't mind. And I don't care about a lot of audience. I enjoy doing what I do. It ain't about becoming famous off of YouTube. It's about sharing. And I don't have anything else to do. I'm an old girl. And I just hang out, being around old folks. And we come up with ideas to help you guys. There's the noodles. Now I'm going to tell you something that I got a lot of complaints on. And I'm in my home, so I'm not thinking the way you guys are thinking. I use my hands and my fingers because I'm from the old school. We use our hands when it come down to cooking some things. And I got a lot of, oh my goodness, people were texting me, complaining, and say, hey, your hands, I don't like your hands. I don't have beautiful hands no more. I'm not a young girl like I used to. But they don't like hands in their food. They wanted me to wear these gloves. I said, yeah, if I was at a restaurant or something, of course I would. But I'm in my house. And another thing too, my hands are very clean. And the way my mom and everybody cooked back in those days, they use hands. So we didn't really fuss about people with their hands as long as they were clean. And that's just the way people did things. The hamburger was with your hands. But now everything, oh no, your hands got germs. No, people been not using gloves for hundreds of years. And people do not get sick because of their hands. People get sick behind dirty hands. People not clean. There we go. Those are all the ingredients to put in that salad. There you go. The avocado, the tomatoes, the white onions. Remember, that was white onions in there, guys. So if you were to do this recipe, make sure you have the white onions because she specified white onions, no yellow, white, Regina, white. There's the spam I toasted up. Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. That's the spam. Yeah. And she turned around and told me about dressing that she said that you can use. She said you can use Italian dressing, you can use ranch, whatever dressing you like, you can put it in there. But my trusted dressing is Italian dressing. Now I made up some dressing, and because I ran out of dressing. Oh, there we go. That's the lemon juice. Most definitely got to have that in there because it gives a little twang. Yeah, give that twang that you need to have to give that good taste to it. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then she told me, she says, you need to remember that this is a Spanish recipe. That's the lemon black pepper. That's what I thought. She says from Spain. My people are from Spain, and they cook this recipe. It's an old favorite. So I love people culture. So please remember, soul food recipes are not all about. It's only one culture. It's everyone's culture. There it is. Now I'm looking at it. It's the grated Parmesan cheese. That's what I got embarrassed about. But I didn't say anything. I kept it to myself because I knew that people understood it had to be grated cheese without being the topping. But I just noticed that when I reviewed the recipe. And I wasn't going to redo the whole entire recipe just to change it to put that in there. So I had to leave it like it was for the video. Although it gave a good flavor, but it would have been better tasting if I would have used it. But let me finish. She mentioned about this being a Spanish recipe from Spain. Her ancestors come from Italy, all that good stuff. And I just loved it. I just hearing her old stories about how she lived out there in the country where she was in Italy, and how they loved their kind of music, which was kind of like Italian, like opera style. I loved it. Yeah, there we go. Oh my God, I got another complaint too. I'm stirring this up like that's what they were complaining about. But another thing I got to complain. I get up early in the morning and I was making this spaghetti salad with the spam in it, and they noticed that I had on my pajamas with the long sleeves. They said, you got long sleeves, they long. They were touching the spaghetti. I said, no, they wasn't. I said, and then there we go. Now that dressing there, I made that dressing myself because I think I may have ran out of dressing, so I had to make my own dressing. So that was one of the things too that was short. Hey, cost of living is hard, guys. You know, I gotta put these recipes up there, and sometimes I go in my cabinets or my refrigerator and I realize I don't have those ingredients, and I'm getting started. So, and I'm believing I got all that stuff, and that's what makes me angry at times. I be thinking I have it, and I realize I don't. Now, now you wanted to know what is missing. I'm gonna tell you what is missing is a couple of things, and you will find out as we go. I missed one of the main things, and it was celery. The celery was missing. Yes, it was. Now that right there, I sprinkle there. You see some red pepper. That's what that is that I'm sprinkling in there. I gotta put what else? Oh boy, there they are, the avocados. Gotta put that in there, and the egg. Right now, I don't use egg yolks, guys. Don't put no yolks in this. I don't think I put any yolks in this. Some would have yolks, but when it comes to my spaghetti salad, I don't like to put the yolks in it. You got people that do, but I won't because what the yolk does, it dries out the spaghetti and it gives that little grimy taste to it, and I don't like that. So what I do, I just I take the egg whites and put them in there. See there, guys? That's what I do. And that was with the avocado. That avocado came out to be pretty good. Sometimes I get those avocado, they're too hard. You can't chew them. But that avocado was pretty good. It was a good soft one that you can chew. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't, it looked hard, but it wasn't. And there we go again, the people that don't like me putting my hands and stuff. And then I had on, what we got here? And they say your ring was on your finger too. Yeah, I know. I'm at home. Shoes, my husband and everybody don't mind the way I cook. I know you guys, people that watch everything. But remember, it's the ingredients and what I do what matters on how what you get out of it toward making the recipe. Don't be so observative to look at how I look on film because it all has to do with the other. Here we go on. So I think what had happened here, I had real dressing, and that was my added mix there that I made myself. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm trying to figure here while I'm talking. And what else is missing here, guys? I'm trying to figure. If there's anything else that I didn't do that was what she wanted me to do. And I got an idea what it is. It's something that's not right here. And I know it's not. Well, ooh, what is going on here? Okay. We're still tossing. Still tossing. Well, while I'm tossing, I can still talk about other things, can I, guys? What about the gas? They saying that it's $3.88 a gallon. Do you guys have any of those prices? Because where I'm at, it's $5, $6 a gallon. I don't know what that administration saying in the White House. That's baloney. And boy, I would like to get out of my apartment to get a better apartment, but the prices are too high to move out. And Lord knows they need to fix up some things around here. And yeah, because I got carpet, and this carpet is old, and they don't want to exchange it. What else here? I think I'm almost ready. And I don't mean to tell you people, when you come down to the rental prices, it's ridiculous. It's terribly high. My rent is right at $900 a month, which is a 2-bedroom, and I'm in a senior place because they give us discounts, but it's still kind of high for me. And then, but the rent actually in my location is at $2,200 to $2,500 a month. I just get that government assistant that has it so that it brings it so that I can afford to pay the $9. And it's still kind of tough, but it's okay. I'm in a kind of a rich neighborhood. And let me see. Did I get everything right here, guys? Looks like it. I think everything looking pretty good. Don't you think so? And it was delicious. Oh my God. When I mixed that up, it's one of the best spaghetti salads that I have made. Now, I'll make them other ways now. You may find the spaghetti salad that's on my channel that is cooked with sausages and all the other stuff with cheese and everything. But this one right here, I didn't have to put any of all that cheese in. This was just plain with the grated Parmesan cheese. And it was like it's supposed to be. But it's something, oh yeah, the celery, I did bring that up. I'm thinking I'm missing something else, though. Yeah, can't figure it out yet. I'm still looking at this while I'm talking to you. This is an old film. This is an old video recipe that I made on my channel that I rebirthed and brought it to you guys so you can see it on this channel. So I think I got everything in there. Looks pretty good. So far, so good with the avocado, the red bell peppers. Yeah. Pretty good. And I don't think I have any complaints. So far, so good. I'm looking at everything. Yeah. And then I went to the store to get my recipes. Shoot, some of that herbs and stuff inside the grocery stores, it's outreach. A lot of stuff I can't even afford to get anymore. I gotta use those generic brands of herbs and stuff that I don't like, but I'll go ahead and get them anyway. It's only one store in the neighborhood that has the cheap prices right at the moment. And I don't like it, but that's the way it is. You know how it is, guys, when you're dealing with the economy. But I think that's all I had to do here on this, and that was that. So thank you for watching another one of my recipes. And let's cook and talk opinion news. Let's cook opinion news. Thank you. Have a great day.